Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting edition of KobraCasts. I'll be your host, Dr. Cobra, and this is another game of NaYeBo. I just did one of his, and I've got a couple more I may or may not do. We'll see. And so he is a very, very good player, and I know him through a couple mutual friends. Yeah, so he is about 1800 level diamond Terran who does stream a lot of his games. And if you want to watch that stream, you should watch that stream. Go check it out. It is www.livestream.com/NaYeBo, and I'll put a link or the URL down there in the description of the video. And this game he is going to be playing against Roxy, who is respawning as the red Protoss. Once again, the map is Steps of War, and I'm pretty sure these are both just random ladder matches that he likes. Players chatting it up, being nice, you know. Nothing too interesting. Roxy complaining about PvP, which is coincidentally my least favorite matchup as well, but that doesn't really matter, I guess, at the moment. This game does look like it's post-patch 1.1 because we do have these awesome little production bars up here. For people like me who watch replays and cast them too. So NaYeBo getting out gas a little bit after he started that barracks, so completely standard from him, obviously. And Roxy completely standard from him as well, so. As Pro being very annoying, harassing these SCVs. Perfect micro from Roxy there, attacking with the probe until it gets down to 0 shields and then running it away to regenerate those shields, not taking any real damage. Looks like that barracks is finished and the command center, or the orbital command's on the way for NaYeBo. So I do have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize if this annoys anyone, or you can hear it in my voice, because it's definitely annoying to me. So Roxy looks like he's a little bit late on getting down to his second building, which is going to be a cybernetics core. But I don't think that'll hurt him too bad. NaYeBo looks like he's saving up some money right now, probably for a factory. Maybe he's just busy trying to get rid of this probe. Yeah, it looks like whatever he's saving up for, he wants this probe gone before it gets in, and there goes that factory right there. So this game was, the description of this game was pretty much one of NaYeBo's, I don't know if it's his favorite, but one of his strategies he uses versus Protoss a lot. So if you are a Terran player, you might, take note of the build order so far and see if you like it. So pretty much went supply depot, got the barracks down, went for the gas slightly after the barracks, and my voice is cracking because I'm sick. That's my excuse, at least. Then as soon as he got that probe out, he went for that factory. Looks like Roxy going with the 1 gateway expand. That's actually pretty early expansion for Protoss. So, let's see if he's going to have enough units to hold this off. And supply blocking himself for just a couple seconds there, so not a big deal. Going to throw down that second gateway. Getting out a sentry. Sentries can force field this ramp very easily to hold off early aggression. But you need like maybe 3 or 4 different sentries to force field this ramp. But I don't know. So back to NaYeBo. He's got 1 Hellion out, going for a second one, going for the starport. So probably again this game we're going to see a Hellion drop. Because looks like one of NaYeBo's, that's one of the things he enjoys doing. And he does have really great control of those Hellions. If you missed the last game that I casted NaYeBo, he had a Super Gosu Hellion. I think that had like 19 probe kills. It was pretty ridiculous. Once again, throwing down this bunker out front, I guess mostly to deny scouting. This probe is sitting out here, so he would hopefully catch a glimpse of anything coming out. He's going to try to poke his head up in here, but I don't think it's going to last very long. Yep, it goes down pretty early. So if you watched last game, these games look almost exactly the same to this point. Looks like that robotics is just now finishing for Roxy. And I didn't particularly do that on purpose. Perfect scan, going to see the robotics facility right as it comes down. Sees all 3 of these gateways up here. And did he see this expansion? I'm not sure. No, it didn't give him vision to that expansion. Here's a medevac with 3 Hellions loaded up on the way over here. This probe over here looking for any sort of push out, but the push is going to come from the back with this Hellion harass. So I don't watch these games before I cast them just because I don't really like to know what's going on. So sorry if this looks to this point exactly the same as last game. But I think it's going to end slightly differently. Anyways, here comes this drop by NaYeBo. He looks like he's going to hold off for just a second longer. And look, there's 2 Banshees on the way. See if there is any... Nope, no cloaking. So he does drop the Hellions. And they're going to come in here. Let's see if they can get any probes. One-shotting 2 probes right there. Oh, 4 more probes, I think. I have to sneeze. What a terrible time to sneeze. Does get 2 more, 3 more. So quite a few probe kills on those Hellions. I'm not exactly sure. Probably something around like 10 or so. Let's take a look at the income tab. Roxy still is actually ahead in Harvester. So doing some damage certainly, but really not enough to put him at a huge advantage right now. And medevac did get away. Didn't pick up those guys. So 2 Banshees out, and here is a Raven on the way. Interesting. No research for the Raven or for the Banshee, so no cloak gonna come out. Excuse me, I am sick and gross. Anyways, we have Stim coming down, still only on 1 Rax, which is fairly uncommon actually. So it looks like the highest damage dealing part of this army composition is probably going to be these Banshees. And I'm going to guess that this Raven, I guess it's probably for point defense stroke. I mean, maybe it's for this Observer, but who knows. He is going to find the Observer. And Roxy's running for his life for the Observer. And, oh, just barely gets it. So there's Roxy lamenting the loss of his Observer, as I do every time I lose an Observer. So he's going to know exactly the type of unit composition that's coming at him. So, and here comes 3 more barracks right now for NaYeBo. So let's see what Roxy can do to get ready for this. And I think herein lies the cleverness of the strategy. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to wait until he gets some energy for this PDD. And the Banshees are going to be dealing the most damage right here. And really all Roxy has right now to defend against Banshees are these Stalkers. He's obviously probably going to get a couple more Stalkers. Oh, he has 1 Sentry. But the Sentry's not going to do very much damage. But once these Stalkers try to start shooting up at all these Banshees, the Raven throws down the PDD that's going to eat up a ton of shots from those Stalkers. And those Banshees do such high damage, probably going to be able to pick off quite a few Stalkers before that PDD runs out of energy. Money scan going down for NaYeBo. Going to see pretty much the entire army of Roxy. Looks like Roxy's going to bring a couple guys back, and he has put some cannons in his mineral field. And he does have the right response after seeing all those Banshees to throw down this Twilight Council and go for Blink. So here comes the Banshees around the side. See if they're going to be able to do any damage. Probably not too much, because there are cannons and there are Blink Stalkers near each mineral line. So if he's going for mineral, and they don't have cloaks, although I guess cloak wouldn't matter with the photon cannons. So let's see what he's going to do with these. Looks like he's going to take out 1 probe there probably, but the cannons do push him away because cannons deal quite a bit of damage to Banshees apparently. So 4 more Banshees at home. And he does have quite a few Marines out. Pretty Marine heavy actually right now. And he is pumping out of 4 barracks. Excuse me, I had to mute myself so I didn't cough right into the mic. Hopefully that did mute and never mind. Anyway, so NaYeBo has supply blocked himself just a little bit here. And I don't see him throwing down a supply depot, so a little bit of a mistake by him right there. He's going to be moving out, and that is a ton of Banshees. 9 Banshees. And so So Roxy did have a probe going out, so he is going to see this coming. Let's see what he can do. NaYeBo just waiting for a second. A little bit of a standoff right now. A couple more Stalkers reinforcing for Roxy. And here he comes in right now. Banshee's doing quite a bit of damage. And looks like there goes down the PDD. Getting up so many shots from those Stalkers. Stalkers try to blink in and away from it, but oh man, that was just not even close. NaYeBo hardly lost any units right there. Wow, that was incredibly strong push. This point defense drone just soaked up so many shots that those Stalkers really were worthless. And those Banshees, looks like he only lost one in that whole fight. They do so much damage. So that was that game. Any aspiring Terran players out there might want to take note of that strategy with pretty impressive. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope me being sick wasn't too annoying.